That's going to be David
Scary.
Davis's word of the day.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway. I'm Larry Watson, and I'm joined by David Davis and special guest commentator for the time being, Craig Martin. Last person to win at this racetrack, actually.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hello.
sir.
So we got Brock Feeney, first career pole, and what a track to do it at. Honestly, I don't think anybody expected anything different. But George Scooties is in second.
Yeah.
Then we got Frankie Davis, Dolores
Boo,
Johnson,
boo.
Colin Headthorne, Rakesh Patel, Grant Middlefinger, Fernando Alonso, Richard Weiner, Black
You're
Christopher
tired.
Bell, Robbie Cornbread, Chris Leota, Derek
Yay.
Jones, Koosh Miney, Billy Dennis, Daniel Kiviat, Ricky Lee Cagle, Tobuscus Tobacco, Jenkins McNiggleshits, for Abdullah Al Ayoub, Screwball Scooty,
Yeah, screwball.
Dorian Wright, Buckshit Floyd, Steve O,
Boo.
you fat, Walter White, Onion Cucumber, Billy Bob
Are you
Sr.,
right?
Rodney Roberts, Chester Stone, Quandale Dingle, Huckleberry Cooter, Jimba Johnson, Nikita Mazepin, Billy Bob Jr., Gunship Gunslinger, Chuck Dawson,
Boo.
Duran LaCroix, Monkey Man, Scary Gary, and Graham Dallas.
What is Monkey Man's team doing, bro?
Man, you tell me, Craig.
Dude, I give them good cars, bro. What are they doing?
Good cars, bad
God.
drivers.
Dude, they're pathetic.
Oh, yeah.
Get out qualified by some of these guys, bro. Better yet, my whole team needs reevaluation if Richard Weiner's being the GOAT right now.
Richard
Well.
Weiner. No, wait. Isn't Cagle on your team?
Yeah, but everybody qualified behind him.
Cagle's been
Well,
on a tear.
I gotta ask you, how have you felt about Ricky Lee Cagle this season? I mean, this has gotta be the best he's ever looked in his career.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew he was gonna do good. Figured Jeggings would be doing a lot better, but Cagle, I guess he just felt like he needed to prove something. I mean, fine with whatever, you know. I mean, if he's showing his strength, I just love to see our team bring home a title. And I'd love for Cagle to do it. He's been the guy that's been the closest most of the time, so.
And Jenkins McNiggleshits was close last year in that 5 car.
Yeah, he was close. It would have, obviously that would have been, satellite team. That would have been Monkey Man's thing. But yeah, I'd love to see Cagle do it. His biggest weakness is the postseason. And did the 71 just smack the wall?
I really don't know if that's what he did. I hope my eyes deceived me.
I'm hoping so too.
I'm sure he'll be fine as Buckshot Floyd's broken the fuck down on the pace lap, and I think they're just gonna start the fucking race anyway. Yep, Buckshot Floyd's gonna be out of this thing before it even begins.
Man, he's just having a terrible day today. This is going to be a
Well,
weird one,
here we
folks.
go. Start the race. And green flag, we are racing in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Down into turn 1, Brock Feeney is going to get clear. George Scooty goes really wide.
Good Lord, Jord.
Lower
He
George.
was just really aggressive.
Aggressive's an understatement. That dude about clobbered the wall. Old Scary Jerry out here about killing himself. Not to be confused with Scary Gary.
Into turn 5, oh, Chris Leota got a really, really loose enter in the corner. Had to gather it up.
Who was that? Who's that?
That was
about hit the wall,
that was Rakesh Patel. Got really, really sideways.
No, who's that blue car back there next to the purple one?
That would be Fernando Alonso.
I'm sorry, you just missed him. Fernando was sliding like way out.
Speaking of Fernando, look at that dive bomb on Black Christopher Bell.
That's that's a nice car though. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yep. Doesn't run that scheme
My
very
paint-
often.
Our
Buckshot
paint scheme
Floyd
designer
has
at Martin Motorsports. He kind of lacking a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Mike Seabell got back around Fernando Alonso in that exchange. I wonder if Fernando had a moment.
He may have. He's got the 75 over him, and the 75 is actually in the
75
wall.
just hit the wall.
Dumbass.
Of course.
Well, the 75 is no stranger to being a wrecking ball here at the Roval. As we
Got a
saw
strange.
last week in the Coke 600, he was committing acts of domestic terrorism, trying to kill his teammates.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not really
yeah,
sure
and,
why.
I'm gonna go ahead and just tell everybody here. The conversation Monday morning.
Oh! Teammates just hit the wall
Yeah.
hard as hell right in front of Jimbo.
Ooh.
Jimbo had to check up there. That's Walter White
Yeah,
and
no,
Steve-O, you fat as well. The 12 car just got hella blocked. Gunship Gunslinger said absolutely not and went right around that one car. Crazy battles in the back here.
Fighting for
Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah.
Last season's
Oh
race
man,
was-
more teammates having issues. What the
Oh,
fuck is the two
oh.
car doing? Hell yeah! You,
Chester
All
Stone
right,
down on
buddy.
the apron.
if it's paved, use it. Oh, they're beating doors.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
Singer.
and he had to
Oh.
cut.
That's gonna be a penalty for Chester Stone for sure.
And I believe I believe it was a blue car I saw cutting in front over here. It might have been the 20 or the 60. I think it was. And we're side by side in the 5. That's Abdullah and Tabuscus. Tabuscus has not had a great year. Very, very not so good year for that team.
We thought he'd be so good this year too.
Yeah.
Well, what was the manufacturer switch for me? Switched to Ford, right?
Switching to Ford over from Dodge, who'd left the sport.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's probably his biggest hindrance. I mean, he's been driving Dodge since day one, and he knew how to get the car set up for Dodges. That's the biggest thing.
And
Whoa, why is Brock Feedy on pit road?
Brock
This is
Feedy,
Strategy call?
Easily an unscheduled stop.
Brock Feedy may have some sort of issue. Oh
Uh-oh.
man!
Well, this will hand the lead to George Scooty.
Unless this
With
is
Frankie
some
Davis
kind
behind.
of weird fucked up strategy, I just
I'm gonna
can't
say
see it.
this from last season's race. Strategy calls at the Roval are sometimes the best play. It's
No, they're not working on the car. Frankie Davis has to have a problem.
I think he does. I think there's something wrong.
Walter White, not
But-
Walter White. Brock Feedy.
No.
Okay, I think they might have just fixed something or.
Heartbreak
Yeah.
though for Frank for
Brock Feeney, sir,
Heartbreak.
not Frankie
Brock
Davis.
Feedy. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Rick Allen.
And the 60 car is now in the pits. What happened there?
Probably that contact with the wall earlier.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. So
Tire rub on the 60. That's what we just got told.
George Scooty
George.
now with the lead. With Frankie Davis behind him. Oh,
Yankee Frankie out here.
George had a really bad entrance to that chicane. Frankie
Look,
Davis
I'm gonna
made
be
up a lot of
honest with
ground.
you, and this is coming from me running this last year. That last set of corners, you don't hit it right. Oh, buddy. It's Jover before it gets started. Let me just tell you.
And we saw in the simulations, a lot of the teams were expecting very, very high tire degradation this season.
George Scooty seems to be suffering from some of that right now because it seems hard to be able to hold
Yeah.
the car on the racing line.
His last lap
I
was a
think it's a skill
121.2, while Frankie Davis set a 120.8.
Let's see if Jordan can clean it up this lap.
He most likely will. You just gotta shake it out. I'm telling you, honestly, just surprised that I even won this thing last year. Let me be real. It's great to be in the booth here at this race a year later. It's just, again, it's still weird that I won it. I was quite shocked with myself. I've had to hold off that man right there on pit road who didn't even get to start the race. And who else? I can't even remember who else I was holding off. It was just a freaking fight to the end on
It
that
might
one.
have been Fernando Alonso, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was that. I'm telling you, those two guys are some of the hardest.
Speaking of Fernando
guys.
Alonso, holy shit! Richard Weiner just passed Fernando Alonso cleanly.
Well, after
Yeah, hang on, Craig. Well, I've got you here.
I'm in the booth the whole time.
We didn't know if you were going to stay for the whole race. So,
Yes,
but
I'm
anyways, but you know, we heard some comments a while ago that you weren't too thrilled with the way Richard has raced his teammates. Is there any truth to the matter that he may be fired for this upcoming season?
Well, let me put it this way. After what I seen on the track for the 600, the meeting that Monday, that's what I was saying. There were some words around, and to say the very least, I don't know. I'm not hinting at silly season stuff right now. It's too early to be doing that, but I'm pretty sure anyone at home can kind of see the writing on the wall. But the thing about it seems to have lit a fire under him because, for one, just straight up out-qualified all of his teammates. And at this point, he's outrunning all of his teammates. So I don't know if this is just a switch that needed to be flipped or what, but yeah, if he, I told him, like, you're not going to drive your teammates like that, and your teammates don't drive you like that. And secondly, you're, most of the time never in contention for anything. So don't start sticking your nose and ruining everybody else's chances at a title and points finishes when you're out here driving like crap. So, it seems to have lit a fire under him. I mean, I guess he's got something to prove. I've got no problems with it. I love my cars running good. I love them running clean, but we can't be running into each other. We can't be Kyle Larsoning our teammates here.
Great statement there from Craig Martin.
Well said, absolutely.
We've got a side-by-side battle here going through Charlotte 2 and 3.
That's the very, very impressive rookie, Daniel Kvyat, already gotten himself his first win. He's in the top 10 in points. He looks like he's been doing this shit for years.
I think he has. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, not racing at the cup level.
Yeah, absolutely true statement there. Jesus Christ. I will say this, and this is just me basing it off of last season. What these drivers need to look at, if you're back here toward the back, you probably want to short pit it here in a little bit,
Oh yeah, I've seen track position here matters so much, and if you can gain a bunch of time by pitting early, absolutely do it.
And correct. And the other thing too, I mean, yes, some of these guys up here at the front, they're going to have faster cars, but you swap the position, you short pit it, and that's how you put yourself in position. Last season, some of the guys did that with us. And then we had the red flag there toward the end. And, we set up for a final, I think it was like 20-something laps. Had a quick caution, and that's really what saved our race there. We didn't pit, none of us up at the front, and we ran the last 20-something laps, and some of the guys were running out of fuel, if you recall. I mean, we were coming to 2 to go, and it's like some people start pitting, and then we get to the white flag, and even more people are like just seem to be running out, pulling onto the pit road, and just kind of have to manage your fuel. But yeah, track position really matters. You can't, because at one point, we got shuffled back. sort of climbed our way back up, and then was able to kind of swap it out again. But yeah, you need the track position. You don't want to get shuffled out.
You know, Craig, I think you may have a future on the pit box.
Sir, what?
On the pit box as a crew chief.
I mean, I did crew chief for the Cletus's former team there right after all that happened, since his whole crew and all tragically passed in that plane accident. I helped Jimbo out a little bit until the team could get sorted out. So I've had my little bit of time on the box this season.
Well, that was also with an organization run by Jimbo. I mean, I think we meant talking about a real organization.
I mean, I feel like Jimbo's team's a pretty real one.
Oh, really?
I mean, I'd say so.
I don't know. Jimbo treats me like shit.
Well, I mean, he does that to everybody.
A whale's life, let alone what's in their mind.
What the fuck are you watching, David?
One man is
What?
to try.
You don't like nature and whales? You don't like learning?
I like nature and whales, but now ain't the fucking time.
Hey, it's never too late to learn something. David Attenborough is one of the greatest nature documentary commentators ever.
Well, this isn't a nature documentary. What? We have a race going on.
Fine.
You know what? No. You know what? You know what? I'll give you a chance. Show me.
No, I don't want it.
Why are we sitting here listening to a nature documentary? We're in the booth providing commentary for the fans at home, watching this beautiful event.
Come on,
and you've
David.
got the audacity to sit here and start listening to a video about Walmart's greatest creature, the whale.
Listen.
If I wanted to learn about whales, I'd go out in the parking lot.
All you'd have to do is take a look in the grandstands.
All our fans are fat and ugly.
Yeah, all our fans will be leaving the track later tonight going, oh, listen, Ossifer, I swear to drunk, I'm not God, okay?
Yeah, well, might I add, speaking of our crowd, another sold out crowd today for $25 tickets. Sold only day of.
Hell yeah. All general admission, even the press boxes.
Yep, get here early if you want to sit in the suite.
Jesus.
I saw fans lining up at 5 in the morning.
George Scooty here has really stretched the legs on Frankie Davis.
He absolutely has.
See, this is what I was talking about, though. These guys in the back, maybe not these in particular, but some of these guys could just short pit it, swap it out, and what you might have if a caution comes out or a stage break or whatever, what you might have happen is Jordan might be quicker than anybody else on the track right now. And he might have the fastest car, but he's going to have to fight his way back up. And even though these guys will be slower, he might get his way back up there. He's not going to get back to the lead.
A very big deal strategy is going to be today.
Yeah,
it really
see
is.
how it all plays out.
And look at this. Fernando Alonso's getting passed again, this time by Robbie Cornbread for P9. Alonso's not having a good first run.
We believe the pit window today is about 12 to 16 laps.
I don't know, man. Like I said, last year we stretched it out, even with that little caution. We stretched that last run out to about 22 laps.
Yeah, I believe they have changed up the tires a little bit this year, wear a little bit more. I mean, we've already dropped off almost 3 seconds from our first laps of this race. Some really high tire wear. And they are still determined to get that 30 car out on the racetrack.
Well, as we
Points
know, points
matter.
matter more than anything nowadays.
You have to, because again, you want to be in the. Oh Lord, remind me on the points that. Listen, I'm retired. All right, I don't care. Hey, remind me on the point situation again. Let's give the fans at home the points rundown.
Well, let me pull it up on my little computer right here.
The good old points format and the rundown of how it works this season, folks.
God damn it. Well, I don't have the exact points. However, I can tell you Ricky Lee Cagle is your points leader by about 52 points, I want to say, over Dorian Wright and Fernando Alonso.
Well, my thing is, how does the points format work
The
this
points
season?
format, obviously the playoffs are done away with, and we've gone with a more traditional chase format with a twist, though. After race 26, the top 10 in points are through to the chase. They can continue earning points within that top 10. However, this is a 12-car chase, and from race 27, 28, 29, we will determine those 2 cars through a tournament. In that tournament, the top point scorer of positions 11 through 20 will be into the chase, as well as the highest place winner if applicable. And that will determine our wild card. Once we get to race number 30, that's when all 12 will be reseeded, and we will go into our final 7 races. Straight up dogfight all the way to the championship race.
So to recap for the new fans that are watching, the previous seasons that we've done this have all been not a win and you're in, but it was we run it the first 26 races of the season, and in those 26 races, the top however many in points, mostly 16, obviously, but it varied by series. But the top 16 in points would be locked in to the postseason, and it would do just like how the regular NASCAR Cup Series is. I think George Scooty's pitting right now.
Yes,
And
pit stops are cycling now. It seems
Frankie
George
Davis.
Scooty's going to try to pit first and
Colin.
get those fresher tires.
I don't know why Frankie stayed out.
I don't know why he stayed out either. Let's see if anybody else is going to be coming into the pits. No, there are no. Oh, there we go.
Grant,
Steve, how you fat?
Steve, oh, you fat.
He comes into the pits.
Now,
These guys back here, in all honesty, kind of irrelevant to the fact they're not going to be able to do any kind of jumps or maneuvers unless a caution came out. That would be the only way. Honestly, if I'm one of these guys back here,
Brock Feeney trying to come back from that earlier mishap.
He's 100% going to need a caution.
Is there somebody stuck on pit road?
The 78 and the 79 are just now coming out.
That's ridiculous.
Very slow stops. Not quite sure what that was all about. But I will ask you, Craig, how do you think that play-in tournament is going to work out?
Well, I'm going to say this to get back on that. So, again, the old format, 16, then we do the elimination, 3 races, 4 eliminated, 3 races, 4 eliminated, 3 races, 4 eliminated, final 4, ran it, and that's how we did it until now. So there's still that element. Let me put this to the fans. There's still the element of win and you're in terms of a wild card. So this is how I think the play-in is going to work. Okay, I do feel like we're going to see one of those guys win a race. that is sitting between, you know, the 11th and 20th place in points. The thing is, I don't think it's going to be the highest in points. I feel like it's going to be somebody around the 15th to 18th place in points.
Oh, yeah.
Pulling the wild card win. They're just going to win one of the races.
Yeah,
Somehow,
and
they're gonna-
there's a provisional. You know, the top point scorer of those 10 guys is in. However, you can be 12th place in points, and if the guy behind you in points won, you're not going to get in. So it really incentivizes winning, but also keeps it, I think, a little bit legitimate.
Well, I mean, the other thing too. I mean,
Ow!
so
In the wall, Brock Feeney once again.
let me run this by you.
Hang
let me
on.
clarify this.
This is for the net race lead between George Scooty and Robbie Cornbread. George Scooty does get that.
I don't believe so. I don't think the 30. I think the
Oh, wait a
38
minute.
beat the 78 off pit road.
I think he did.
Oh wait, yes he absolutely did. Holy shit.
George Scooty with a throwing pit stop. They just threw that one. That's insane.
So,
Something
what a
happened
shame.
on those pit stops.
Rakesh Patel is into net second. Brock Feeney's gonna have to pit here.
So, but here's what I need to ask and for clarification as well. So you're sitting 12th in points. You're there at the final race. The guy in 20th wins the race. He locks himself.
Yeah,
Is that what we're saying here?
absolutely.
So again, fans, as you just heard, there is still that when there is an official, and this is what I'm saying. We never had this before, except once the playoffs started, once the postseason started. If you could win, you'd advance to the next round. But in this case, it's just a win to lock you in to make a charge for the title. 20th in points could pull it out in that last event. Just pull the Hail Mary and lock themselves in 12th and final spot for the final 7 races, or 7 races. So there is that surprise element. Now, again, you could also, nobody could win in that. So then it's just the highest 2 in points.
Yeah, and also it, like I said, highest placed winner. So if you're 15th in points and you win a race, then the person in 13th wins the next race. They knock you out of that spot.
Yep.
Or,
now, obviously,
or better yet, if the highest points earner does win a race, that provisional for the other highest placed winner goes away. Always
so you're telling me 11th in points wins a race. The provisional is.
It's gone.
So what would happen then is just whoever's highest in points at that point?
Yeah. Now, like I said, he has highest place winner. He's still, could be the top earner going into race 2 of that tournament, but if he gets overtaken, he's now the highest place winner, so that provisional comes back.
Okay. So that makes sense. So the only way that the provisional can really work in terms of the win is as long as the highest in points doesn't take one of the wins.
That is absolutely right.
All right, so there you go, folks. For anybody needing that clarification, it's a great thing. It does add an element of surprise. If I'm these guys, though, like, you know, we're seeing here, Buckshot Floyd, he's still sitting, or I believe he's still sitting on the pit road. He needs points. He wants to maintain a top 10 in points, or at least he wants to fight his way in the top 10. I'm not quite sure where exactly he's at in points. I'm just saying, you want to be top 10. You want to be there. But if you can't be top 10, you want to be able to maintain the fact that you could still be in the fight. And
As,
honestly, I'd rather not be in that fight. I'd just rather be top 10 in points.
Screwball Scooty working on Robbie Cornbread for 15th there.
The 38 has cycled back into the lead. He's got a 3-second lead, it seems, over Rakesh Patel. And it looks like the 16 is in third.
We're seeing now George Scooty lost nearly 17 seconds on pit road.
Oh my god, what an awful pit stop.
You have to wonder if maybe there was some damage that they stopped.
Oh, we have a caution.
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 Rodney Roberts involved. Something happened to him. Actually, it was not him. What was he cautioned for?
Folks, we are currently scanning to see what the caution might have been for. When do the lights come on? So they're on now.
I heard somebody hit something. Oh!
Oh no!
Colin Henthorne hit the
Henthorne runs
wall.
wide. Oh no!
That's Jenkins McNiggleshit's running 19th at the time, gets sent around into the wall. And
Still doesn't quite explain what happened to Rodney.
It does not, but
we're gonna have to go back and see what happened to Rodney, because that car does have quite a bit of damage.
well, he doesn't look like he has it here.
Something tells me he could have gotten a little bit of help from the guy behind him. Let's hover above and see if I'm right.
Well, either he got help from the gentleman behind him there, or he just did it on his own. But
Gentleman's one way to put it for sure.
well, I mean, I'm trying to be nice here, but we know how Jimbo can be.
Is it perhaps the same type of incident?
There's the possibility. Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh!
Man, what a hit for Rodney.
I think
that should
how
have
did
that should have been the caution. What?
Rolex officials out here doing Rolex official things, man.
Let me all right, the 78 and the 71 have come down pit road, and the other guys have stayed out. The 61 comes in.
I wonder if with this stop, these guys can go to the end.
If there is no more yellows after this, I think these guys will be on the winning strategy.
Possibly. I want to preface this. Remember, I said the track position you'd want, like, you want to play a strategy, and if this goes green the rest of the way, this is a good strategy, except for the fact you still need that track position.
George Scooty beats Brock Feeney off pit road.
Yeah, Brock Feeney's actually staying for a little bit longer of a period, taking advantage of the caution. He's already back there, making sure everything's straight on the car. And might I say, guys on better tires, like those guys will be, I think they are a little bit at an advantage on these types of restarts compared to a traditional oval, because you're single file.
To a point, I still want to just make this clear. You still want the track position. So I listen, just saying this, from my perspective, if I was a driver, yes, I'd do this. I would. If I feel like I'm within that window that I could stretch the fuel possibly and make it like we did last season, which again, we got blessed with a caution right after the red flag. You know, we got a 2-lap run, caution came out, and, you know, we got back at it. But if I'm within this window of fuel and I feel like I could do it, that's exactly the strategy I want to do. I just wish more guys would have came down. That would be my biggest thing. I would want more of these guys coming down so that I've got a cushion. You know what I'm saying? I've got, you know, maybe 15 guys in front of me, and I can sort of work my way up, and I don't have to abuse my tires as much. Versus, and you know, once they start falling off and needing to pit, well, then it cycles to me. Versus being, you know, 25 cars in front of me, and I've got to abuse my tires a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go. Restart time. It's Frankie Davis and Grant Middlefinger.
Yeah, raping.
Let's see how aggressive some of these guys are going to be. Oh, look at Black Sea Bell get punted by Ricky Lee Cagle.
Well, I tell you what, that guy right there, RLC, man, he's won here before. Remember, he's won here before.
George Scooty knows all too well about that one.
Let's not talk about it. I don't like hearing about George's shortcomings.
Billy Bob Jr. and George Scooty getting the third to first dive bomb by that man. Will throw some moves. I'm just here to tell you.
Look at this. See these guys.
We got fighting in the back of the pack with these guys on fresh tires.
Rakesh Patel's made the most headway out of them. Made up a couple spots. This 16 looks like he wants to get the lead here. Though he's falling back just a little bit.
So again, I mean, yes, these guys back here in the back that took advantage of this caution, they do have the fresher tires. I'm just concerned that they're going to abuse them before it really matters. And that's not what you want to do, you know?
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Oh, Chris Leota
missed the corner.
Holy shit.
Guess he didn't get his setup in.
He would call that diamonding.
He'd be in the back fuel saving, knowing him. Look at Daniel Kvyat on his teammate here.
That's what I call strategy.
You know, when I saw these two were signed as teammates,
Oh, Kvyat hard in the wall.
Golly, that
man.
Fernando gave him no room, dude.
Well,
that has been our calamity corner.
As I was about to say, you'd think these guys would have dominated every single road course they've taken part of, being teammates, and look at Alonso just bulldozing his way through. Oh, and he almost crashed. He almost crashes the fucking car.
You have got to be kidding me, dude. He is, man,
wrecking ball.
I don't know. Well, he's got one next to him as well, so.
Oh, we know that boy's not going to give him no fucking room. They actually did give each other room. Can you believe it?
I guess they both they both understand each other. So.
Look at this. Steve Hoyufat giving the 69 the bumper. Jimbo on the outside. He's got Billy Bob Jr. up his ass.
I just don't see a lot of headway out of these guys.
Yeah, not as much as I would have thought.
And there's if you don't notice, there is a bit of a gap forming from the two running side by side. There's like two different packs here right now.
Yeah, that's Dorian Wright and Chuck Dawson fighting for 19th place. Not a lot of headway, but look at this gap by Frankie Davis. That's a guy who I thought would have won a race by now. Driving for a team like Jimbo Johnson Racing. Almost won at Denver. However, finished second to his teammate there. And
making a move, I think.
Start playing the Jaws music, fellas.
I'm going to be honest with you. and I'm not saying this because he's my driver, but like, I think he's got a fast car right now. Frankie better make him. He better get going.
Like Christopher Bell,
I don't
shout out to him. He's not had a great
Oh.
season. He's outside the top 30 in points, I want to say, running 5th. He's had a really, really big sophomore slump after being an incredible rookie last year. Probably should have won a race or two.
Well, he's got some damage on the back.
Yeah, it's clearly not affecting him that much, though.
That's true. I mean, he's
Less drag on the car.
yeah. That might be why he's having a good run. Frankie Davis's lead has shrunk this lap. It looks
Oh.
like he's lost about 4/10.
He's got a gap to play with, so maybe he is conserving his stuff just a little bit.
I mean, he needs to. I'm gonna say this: he's fine right now. I don't see the CL Design team making that big of a headway toward him. I can't see it. That team, they show speed. They just don't show me enough speed against like a Jimbo Johnson racing machine, you know?
Yeah, they've definitely got their strong suits, I will say. The road courses have been very nice to them this year.
I don't know. I might be speaking too soon here. Oh. Ooh. I don't know. I don't like how the 16 just came through the bus stop there.
16 seems to be a little bit slower mid-corner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just seem to not fire off where they need to fire off, but it is what it is.
We'll see what the data says here.
Yeah, well, I'm speaking too soon. He's closing the gap.
Man. I guess this first
Grant
part of
Little's
the
been
track, he's making up his time.
He's got to be, and well, I mean, it's starting to look like Frankie Davis might not have the rear end that he needs.
Yeah, the 61's still yet to fire off the way I thought he would.
Where is George Scooty at?
Great question.
Back behind him.
33rd.
Yeah, that's why I said you want to fight through it, but track position's what you want, and you don't want to be mired back here.
Did the 17
pissing it
come
away
down?
as usual.
Did the 17 come down with him?
Think so. Don't hold me to it. I think he did. Then again, I don't know.
Man, look at Jimbo on the brakes there.
You know, I'm kind of shocked. Jimbo was showing a lot of promise on the road courses there for a while, but he's just having an off day today.
And
we're having pit stops.
Final stops
Now
of the
this
probably final stops of the day. These guys are gonna be really, really short on fuel, like really close.
This is what I'm going to say. This is the strategy right here that I was talking about. You're about midways in the pack. Come on down, take you some tires, get you some fuel, and hope that a caution comes out, because that's going to flip it back in your favor.
I would have personally waited a lap or two though, just to make sure, just in case.
Well, you got to think. I mean, how many laps are we to the finish? Oh Lord, I'm trying to do the math on top of my head.
We're about 16 to the finish.
Yeah, so if that's the fuel distance, I mean, just take your chance. You can save a little bit. You were already in the middle of the pack. What do you have to lose? Do that, bank on a caution. You're going to force the leaders to need to pit. Because if they don't, they're going to be on really old tires, and these guys are going to be, running at like 23 laps since the last pit stop?
Yeah, they are.
Even guys guys like George Scooty and Rakesh, I mean, I feel like they're gonna have to pit again.
That's 26 of Daniel Kvyat in. That's gonna be one to watch.
See, that's what I'm saying. That this is the time right now. If you're the leader, yeah, you know, you're just like, hey, we're gonna have to pit. Let's just go ahead and do it.
I like that
Sure, you could
strategy
pitch.
from the 26. He's the only one on pit road too. He's gonna,
nope.
well, other than the 47, but I mean,
Yeah,
the advantage of pitting like this is that you have nobody else on pit road. There's no traffic for you to slow down for. There's nobody that could possibly hit you. Nobody you could possibly hit.
I just want to point out here, we got to give Buckshot Floyd's team some admiration. They've been working on this car all race, just trying to get it back out there.
I mean,
hey guys, I want to point something out. Kvyat's not moving.
They're
Probably
taking
just
a
packing fuel in it.
really long time there.
Well, the 40, you said the 47 back here was irrelevant, and he's done caught up to him. So I think we're beyond the point of packing fuel.
Also, Kvyat did have some damage that could explain the holdup.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point in the race, I wouldn't even have worried about it.
Look at these two teammates. Oh
They
man,
have caught Frankie Davis. Gonna be honest with you, I feel like Frankie Davis just doesn't have a good set of tires on him right now.
yeah, 123.2 last lap compared to a 122.8. About half a second slower.
Something's up with the 38 team. Either that set of tires just is no good, or he's already abused them too much. I mean, he got a great launch at the start. I feel like he could have just abused the things. He's going defensive. He's running a little bit wider on that corner, just trying to take somewhat of the preferred line.
And we know how good Grant Middlefinger is on these road courses, on these long runs.
Yep.
He's a driver. He doesn't get into a lot of incidents. He takes care of his stuff, and he's fast.
We're about to see just how good he is. Oh, he swung it a little wide there.
It's Kush Miney trying to make a pass on the 23 car. Look at Fernando Alonso trying to sneak it in.
Jeez, Fernando, dude, you've been causing some problems today, bro. I want to point out too, it looks like the 20 and the 42 are starting to close back in as well. So 38 is, that 38 is holding these guys up. And he's doing it. Great middle finger got a little wide there.
A little impatient, I'd say. I mean, at 123.6, he's falling off a cliff. Frankie Davis.
And what did middle finger run just now?
A 23.4.
Man, that's just because he's got held up over there.
Ricky Lee Cagle ran a whole second faster.
Now, that's not what you want to see behind you, is starting to get a gaggle of cars, because anything can happen, and...
A gaggle fuck, as I would say.
That's right, David.
Yeah. Thank you, David.
I feel like you said gaggle fuck a couple weeks ago, and that was your word of the day.
It was. It's still pertinent today.
Do you have a new word of the day?
At this point. Cars are starting to get spread out there out of the bus stop. I think, so the way I'm looking at this right now.
Here we go.
There we go. That answers that. Ricky Lee Cagle, Black Seabell stay out as the top 3 pit, along with... Oh, Lord, we're moving too quick.
Along with...
Anyways.
The 67, 23, 31, and it looks like 93, 76, 1, and 92 also coming in. That's Huckleberry in the back there. A bunch of other guys.
So you have to wonder, these guys that made their pit stops a little bit ago, did they make a quick enough pit stop to possibly jump a couple of these guys? I'm not saying everybody, obviously. I don't feel like we're going to jump the leaders. And also, will the CL design cars get off before Frankie Davis?
The 38's still on pit road. He has been passed by Brock Feeney. who was one of those guys that was first off pit road.
However, look at right here. The 38 comes
We
out
got
a considerable amount ahead of the 16 and 6.
so the CLD cars did not get past the JJR car.
That's big for the end of this thing.
And to what you were saying, David, you want to run that back again?
What?
What you said.
Brock Feeney, who was one of those
Yeah.
cars that pitted on the caution.
He's not been able to get past any of these guys, so I just don't think he's going to be a factor. Our pole sitter.
Had those issues early in the race. Will they
mean, they
come
could
back to haunt him?
Possibly. I mean, at this point, they're throwing the Hail Mary. More
Roval
pit stop.
Scooty's in.
Jimbo Johnson's in. I believe Billy Bob Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, all them leaders
Sure,
came
yeah.
in. So the top two in the race right now are Walter White and Brock Feeney. It's the 42, 20, 14, and all them, they came into pit.
Now here's the question: Where does Black Sea Bell and Hagel with the slower stop? Black Sea Bell jumps, and Black Sea Bell's back in the mix of it. Hagel, good lord,
Look at
what are y'all
this. These three close right back
Frankie-
into each other.
doing? Frankie Davis, I just don't think he has the car.
Something's up with him. The car's gone away,
How much?
even on the new tires. Oh man.
Ooh,
He's,
Max the wall.
he was sliding that thing around.
And he's looking for grip. Oh,
Look at this. This
Brock
is for the actual on-track lead. Brock Feeney might want the position going into the pits, so that's probably why he took it.
Walter White now falls back behind, but we're fixing to see how this plays out. Brock Feeney, pole sitter, just not having a good run today.
Yeah, he's definitely got the faster car, though, so we'll see if he can pull away from the 60 this time. I mean, he's already started pulling.
Now, I want to say this. This is the battle right here. I want to see who gets through this set of corners. Oh, Lord. Grant Middlefinger did not get through that set of corners good. It's going to extend Frankie Davis's lead for now. But for how long? Because Grant Middlefinger's been able to close back in on Frankie Davis. That is just fact. And it's starting to happen right here.
Yeah, no.
Ooh.
He actually got
It's
loose
wide
there.
there. Black Sea Bell, I mean, we seen he popped out right behind these guys, and he has faded a bit. So this is this to me, this is going to be the fight for the win right here, unless a caution comes out, unless the strategy calls are differing for the 71 and the 60, though I just don't see that. I don't see them making it.
No, not
They
with,
could.
not with the lap times they're setting right now. Not at
No,
all.
but I'm just like there would have to be some major stretching on the fuel and tires, and I don't see it.
In fact, I think we're
Granted,
going to
the
see the
71 is
71.
pulling.
He is pulling, but I think even if he did have enough fuel to finish this race, I think these other guys would get to him.
Possibly, but here's the question, because you said this is my thing. We seen Frankie Davis on that old set of tires and a ill handling race car still hold 4 other guys behind him at bay.
And look
Could
at that.
we see that on the Brock Feeney?
The 16 actually just set his fastest lap of the race. A 120.4.
And Frankie Davis ran
So,
a 120.7.
0.7.
Definitely these guys that tried to do the short pitting, they were banking on a caution. It didn't happen for them. As I think we're fixing to have a battle for 4th, at least, as well.
I was about to point out, a good run for Nikita Mazepin. We haven't seen much out of him these past few seasons. Good to see him running in the top 10.
Absolutely. It's always great to see somebody like him and some of these other guys get a decent run in.
Oh, big old slide by
Frankie.
the 38.
Frankie Davis slid the car there. Yeah, yep. Looks like he was driving on baby oil the way that thing was. Did he?
No diddy.
As Walter White and Brock Feeney still staying out on track. They're drastically catching them, but especially Walter White here. Now, this is
Man,
what I've got to wonder.
Another fastest lap of the race for Grant Middlefinger, 120.2.
Oh. And what did Frankie run?
120.5.
So he's still keeping it a 3, like a...
Ricky Lee
Yeah,
Cagle
3
set a
count.
120.12.
That was his fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, track seems to be speeding up for some reason. And
For some of these guys,
we are caught up to the 60 just about. We're gonna see if this gives him some grief.
this is what I got to
Oh,
wonder.
look at the crossover!
Oh,
Grant Middlefinger looked. He had a look.
he can't. He had a look. He wasn't really there. This is what I'm wondering though. Can Frankie Davis get past the 60 and use the 60 as a bit of a pick and a pinch on the 16 car? His teammate.
That's exactly what he's gonna do.
Yep. It's going to give him some breathing room. He's going to be able to track down the 71, and I feel like he can do that again. Walter White now falling back into the grasp of his teammate.
Yeah, Brock Feeney has to come in.
Brock Feeney pits.
So does
Walter White pits.
Oh,
And
look at
battle
this.
for fourth. Black Sea Bell doing what he can to hold back Ricky Lee Cagle, who last lap set the fastest lap on the track. Definitely doesn't do it this time, but
Fernando Alonso is going to set the fastest lap of that on the track right there. On 20.16.
Frankie Davis getting some breathing room, but this is the part of the racetrack where Grant Middlefinger really picks it up as the 67 runs really wide there. I don't know if you caught that.
Yes, he did. I saw that. And you see Brock Feeney comes out. He's going to be all the way back in 29th. 30th, my bad.
Just not a good run. Just had a poor bit of luck, and it just hasn't looked up since.
Those tires are still warming up too, so he's getting past on the track.
Definitely a bit of a different compound than last year's run. I mean, last year they'd heat up fairly quickly. You didn't really have all this, but this year different compound, different air temp, and all that. It's definitely playing an effect on the getting the tires up. Buckshot's crew, they are just relentless.
I mean, at this point, you're gonna finish last. What's the point?
I mean, maybe get it out there for the final couple laps at the fastest lap. I mean, I don't know. Brownie points. That's the only thing I could think of.
Maybe. Is there something wrong with the 71?
There might actually be. I mean, his car just hasn't seemed the greatest.
The car definitely should have fired off by now. And has it? It looks like it is now.
Finally kicking in a little bit. Maybe the 3 maybe he just forced the 3 up and
Is Grant gonna be
Frankie
able to?
Davis. I'm sorry.
Is Grant gonna be able to make any ground up? That lap, the gap stays the exact same.
I feel like he's just pacing himself at this point. Maybe trying to save up for a big final charge.
Maybe, and if these two end up racing side by side, I wouldn't count the 6 out of this thing either.
I definitely wouldn't. He's definitely in the catbird seat. will say this: the 20 and the 42 are closing back in, so could get interesting because they were both about 4.5 seconds back, and now they're 3.5 to 4 seconds back there.
Yeah, for sure. As David Davis has fallen asleep in the booth once again.
Oh well. He's going to miss out on I'm going to be honest with you. I'm calling it right now. This is going to be one of those finishes where you just have to be here at the end to see it.
Man, we could see a 5-car fight. We really could.
5-car, I'm going to say this, depending on what happens, there's the possibility of Fernando maybe getting up there. I just don't see that. Realistically, yes, a 5-car fight as they come across the line there. So, yeah, definitely.
Gap has come down 2/10. As we have a caution. Oh no, Huckleberry Cooter. He's gone around.
Oh, this changes everything.
Let's see, he just hit the wall.
Ooh.
Got into Screwball Scooty.
Yep.
I don't think they really had to throw a caution for that, but caution nonetheless, and that changes everything.
Oh, this is gonna get good. This is gonna be.
We might see a 1-lap shootout.
All I'm saying, this is where you take the notebook
and
throw it out the window.
Throw it in the trash can, set it on fire.
Because this is the point where it's too late to be pitting. I mean, unless, obviously you're somebody in the back. I'd pit just to gain the points positions. But yeah, one of these guys up here at the front, I mean, you're just gonna have to hang in there, hope it works out.
Yeah, 4 laps to go and caution comes out. We definitely got time to get it back racing.
Yeah, my thing here, and like you pointed out earlier in the broadcast, Frankie Davis still has not won this season with JJR. Looking for that win to just say, hey.
Remember, he's never won anything. He's not won in the trucks, the Xfinity O'Reilly Series, or the Cup Series. He has never won.
And that's why I'm saying he is so close, and you can tell he's got the talent, he's got the drive, he's so close, and it's just one thing after another to keep him from doing it. And I mean, this has got to be disheartening to him sometimes.
You think about it, yeah, but he's such an upbeat, happy guy, and you wouldn't think that he's having issues,
Yeah, and I'm going to say this. You can take it from me. I mean, I had the longest stretch really of anybody that had between wins. I mean, I had one of the longer stretches, if not the longest in series history, and it can be disheartening when you come that close so many times. And I'm saying this as somebody that won and then didn't win for a long time. In this case, he's so close to that first win. It's got to be driving him mad at this point.
As I believe the series is going to let everybody come into the pits this time, and if they want to, and then we should be going green. It's in the next 2 laps, so we might even get 2 laps under. Might even get 2 laps of racing here. As the 24 comes down pit road, is the only one who takes the stop.
And that's that strategy I was talking about. If I'm already near the back, I'm just going to pit, get fresh tires, and see how many spots I can make up on these guys. Because they're running
And we
long enough.
are gonna go green this time. Safety car lights are out.
So we're getting a 2 to go restart here. Yeah, if in Onion's case, God, I just hate that most of these guys are guys that drive for me that I've been pointing out tonight. But in his case, yeah,
I
like
mean,
what else have you got to lose?
everybody else is gonna have super old tires. You're gonna have brand spanking new ones. Why not?
But again,
He wasn't
I mean,
running
again, we
great.
did see.
Maybe he can get a few positions better than he was running.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
I mean, think about it earlier though. Those guys they came in, they pitted like Jordan and Rakesh and all them. They came in, they pitted. You know, Jordan had the fastest car on the track for the longest time, pulled out of the biggest lead of the day and everything. Couldn't make headway. So,
Well,
but again, you know, there wasn't much of a tire difference. It was just like what
look
5 lap difference.
Daniel Kvyat earlier. He was looking like he could have won this thing. 17th.
And that's what I'm saying. In Onion's case, and honestly, I'm surprised not even, you know, maybe a couple more guys in and just put tires on it. You're that far back. I mean, you need points. These guys need points. Some of these guys, you know, some of these guys are up in the points. Like they're high up in the points. I need these points. I would have pitted if I'm back there. You know, if I'm not having a good day, I'm struggling, I pitted.
Well, here we come to the restart zone. It'll be 2 laps to go here at the Charlotte Roval. Throw out your strategy books.
If I'm Frankie Davis, it's lights out and away for me. If I'm that 20 car back there, I'm making quick work of these other two because that 20 car to me has been one of the quicker ones. Green flag back in the air. Frankie Davis not getting the jump that he needed.
Oh, but Grant Middlefinger swings wide, and that puts them side by side for second.
Hey, this is going to be a good spot for Black Sea Bell here. I'm telling you, watch that 20 car. That 20 car is fixing to get his nose underneath the 6. It might be all she wrote. Frankie Davis, though, pulling out to a massive lead here. I'm saying massive in the context. This is the biggest breathing room he's had in a little bit.
And
6 car, though.
In a second, he's clear.
Chris Leota trying to... Nope. Still side by side with his teammate. That's going to give Frankie Davis the breathing room he needs.
And
if I'm Black Sea Bell, man, I'm just diving it. I'm diving it down here. I'm diving it on the 6.
Oh, look at the 6. He blocks him. He knew it was coming. We're coming back to the white flag this time.
Chris Leota trying to reel back in Frankie Davis. Frankie Davis just trying to run for his life. My biggest concern, can Frankie Davis make it through this final chicane here this time cleanly and not have a slip up?
And the 23 actually comes into the pits. He can't make it. White flag for Frankie Davis.
I don't think Frankie made it through that section very well. The 6 cars kind of closed back in. Black Sea Bell, though, clears for 3rd. He's on the hunt. Oh, this is going to get interesting.
Chris Leota's faster mid-corner. He's coming. He's got a head of steam.
Frankie Davis just praying that the 6 car slips, slides, does something. His ill-handling race car right now. He doesn't want to see this win slip out of his grasp, but this is the way his, not just his season, his career has gone.
2 more critical corners for the 38. Can he hold on? He's got.
If he makes it through the, if he can just make it through the bus stop, he can screw up that last set of chicanes. He'll be fine.
And looks like he's gonna make it through the bus stop fairly cleanly.
I think he actually pulled a little bit.
Yeah, that could have been. That might be all she wrote. Frankie Davis coming into the chicane for the final time. It's been a long time coming for the Jimbo Johnson Racing driver, number 38, journeyman driver from Canada. Give it up. First career win for Frankie Davis.
Absolutely incredible drive to take that ill-handling race car and do what he did with it. Absolutely incredible. hats off to Black Sea Bell as well.
Yeah.
Top 3 for that organization.
First podium of the season for that team. They've had an absolutely terrible first half of this season, and what a way to turn that momentum around. Ricky Lee Cagle's gonna pull on the points lead though with top 5 once again. Fernando Alonso crawls back for a 6th place. Great finish for Nikita Mazepin, P7, best finish this year. Robbie Cornbread substituting for the once again injured Skeeter Bob Houston, P8. P9 for Kushamini, and a top 10 for Quandale Dingle.
Well, that's a surprise.
Oh yeah. And these guys that take tires actually move up. He did not.
Ooh.
Actually, Onion Cucumber, he fell back.
I feel like there was something that happened. I see the 23
yeah.
has damage.
The 24.
The 24 does as well.
He actually pitted on the last lap. I wonder what happened.
I don't know. We're fixing to find out though.
Trying to verify what happened. I don't think anything.
Nothing that we see here looks like. He just pulls into the pits.
Something had to have happened there. Look at the
Well,
69. He was on new tires as well.
You know, I'll probably find out here in a little bit what happened with him. So, who knows? You know, I gotta wonder. Yeah, what happened to him? I mean, just.
Man, look at all these guys struggling. What? Oh, Brock Feeney. Yeah, a lot of guys cut the final chicane there.
The 23. His car wasn't like that.
He pitted with 2 to go.
Yeah.
I believe they took the front end of the car off on the pits. Yeah, they did.
Huh. Okay, interesting. A lot of weird things happen, but shout out Buckshot, man.
Yeah, they sat there for the entire duration of the race, all hour and 10 minutes, and they did not get it fixed.
The newly instated from me refuse to lose award to Buckshot Floyd and crew for.
They did not complete a single lap today.
Refused to go to that garage area. Just straight up refused.
Well, hats off to them, but Frankie Davis, your winner today. Really a strategy-heavy race today. A couple incidents, but overall, I believe the smartest crews won that one. I mean,
absolutely.
What a try from the CLD Designs cars. I mean, they gave it all they could, come up with 2 top 5s. Yeah, I think they'll be a little bit disappointed, but not really angry with their result.
I mean, they can be disappointed, but at the end of the day, they needed points no matter. Like, all these guys have to remember. It's easy for you and me and everybody else to say from looking at this perspective, they just need points. But, you know, also coming from the driver's perspective, when you're racing, it's not, oh, I needed points. Man, what if I did this? What if I made this move here? What if I did this on the pit stop strategy instead, and I could get that extra 2/10 that I needed and put myself ahead, and that's what they're thinking.
No drivers really caring about where they're at in points. They all want to go out there and win the race.
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying from our perspective, it's, hey, these guys had a great points day. They had career days. From their perspective, I mean, like Black Sea Bell, I mean, think about him. I mean, this is the greatest run he's had. He's going to take this as a win, but he's also going to sit there and go, what if I dove it in under when Chris blocked? Like, what if I really did just go under his block, you know? Just sent it.
Well,
I mean,
we'll see.
That's what these guys are going to think.
We'll see how it all how it all turns out, as next week we head to Japan to Baby Park for a short track race. That should be really, really fun. Go short track racing out in Japan. And then
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
after that, we head to Mexico City for the third time.
Oh
So,
yeah, good old Mexico, baby.
two crazy races coming up, and we can't wait to see you there. Have a great night, everybody.